Hello and welcome back, guys. So in this video we're going to take a little break from all the syntax of JavaScript, and we're just gonna use what we have learned so far to see how a JavaScript file actually works on a browser, like HTML or CSS, how we can open it. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our Sublime text. I'm gonna create a quick HTML file and just gonna call it index.html. Save it on the desktop. We're going to use the shorthand HTML tab to get a nice little syntax. We're going to use, let's call it testing JavaScript. And inside the body, we can get an h1 tag that says JavaScript on our web page. What? God damn. Okay. So this is done. You can open it. It's a very simple HTML, very basic HTML file over here, so no worries. Okay. Now we want this page to have JavaScript. So what we can do is there are actually two ways. The first way to do it is, like you guys know how to import CSS files. For CSS files, we have a link tag. So we can make a separate CSS file and then we can import it, or we can use the styling right here. Same way for JavaScript, we have a script tag, and just over here in the middle we can just style JavaScript over here. So we can go something like alert, hey, it works. Done. Control save. Now if I refresh our page, hey, it works. Okay. Now the second way to do this, because ideally when you write code you want to keep your HTML, CSS and JavaScript files separate, because it's just much cleaner, it's easier for people to understand what's happening. So this is not a preferred practice. It's a bad practice. So let's just open a new file and we can call this one script.js and save it on our desktop, and we can write a very simple JavaScript code over here. We can say if 5 plus 5 is equals to 10. In that case, just alert JavaScript works. Semicolon, control save. Now we can import this file just like CSS files over here by doing this. So, 1 second, let me just fix this. So just like in CSS files, to locate them we have an href. For JavaScript files we have source, and we can just write the name script.js, control save. The reason I just simply wrote the name over here is because you can see over here our index.html and JavaScript files are both on desktop. They are both in the same place. But if my JavaScript file was in some folder, I would have to do, the folder name over here, then inside that folder script.js and stuff like that. But this is a way you can import the JavaScript file. Another thing to remember over here, you might be thinking, why is the CSS file all the way up over there but the script file is over here? Is because JavaScript is mostly related with functioning, when CSS and HTML are usually related with the view. So maybe let's say you have you go to Amazon or you go to Udemy and you buy a course, and then you have to move the course to cart. When the website opens, you're not gonna instantly, even if the website is loading the cart functionality in the back and it's a little bit delayed, you will have no idea, because at first, at least you'll be able to see the web page. You know, you will know, oh, okay, it's working. And by the time you reach to the cart button and you click on it, the file would have, JavaScript file would have loaded. But if we take our JavaScript file and we put it at the top or above CSS, and then you go on the web page, you won't be able to see anything until the JavaScript file loads, because you know how program reads it is line by line. So how it will go is like, okay, title, let me put the title. Okay, CSS, right now how it's going. Okay, let me bring the CSS. Okay, so you'll be able to read, you'll be able to see all the, view all the things, and then finally it will reach, oh, I need to get the functionality from this file, and then it will go over here and then bring this functionality back. But if I were to move script.js all the way over here, then how it will go is like, it'll be like, okay, testing.js, that's the file, let me open it. Then it will read, oh, it has this functionality. Let me go get this functionality first. And right now it's a very simple code, but in that case it will be thousands of lines of code, and it will be loading one after another. And until that code is loaded, you won't be able to see any of this like JS on our web page, and then you'll feel that maybe the website is hanging or not working correctly, and then you'll give up. But anyways, time to test it. That we have imported the file, it's all saved. So if I refresh, okay, JS works, our command over here. Now there is also another thing, like maybe if you want to write JavaScript but not have annoying, alert all the time, the only way to test it, there is another syntax called console.log. And we're going to get into the details about console.log in a later video, but it's the same message. But if the way you can view it is like, you go to inspect and you go to console and then you refresh, comes JS works. So you can just write this as many times as you want, it doesn't matter, and just and save and refresh it, and all of those will appear over here, script.js and stuff like that. So we will get into the detail of console.log in a later video, and we will be using a lot of this in our coming videos, but this is another way you can test your JavaScript stuff, without it only being an annoying alert link. Well, that's it. That's all, for this video, and let's continue. Make sure to, like and subscribe, because this is an ongoing course, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.